Paragraph writing. A paragraph is a short piece of a composition. A topic or main idea is developed with relevant facts and details. One sentence should lead into another in a sequence and related facts. The language should be clear and easy to understand. My country. India is my country. It is a big country. It has high mountains, seas, rivers, and fertile plains. There are large and dense forests. There is a big desert called the Thar Desert in Rajasthan. It has varied climates. India is an agricultural country. After independence in August 1947, it has made great progress. Many dams have been made. There are big industries. Trade has grown up. It is the largest democracy in the world. The people are peace-loving. A visit to a trade fair. Last Sunday I went to see a trade fair with my friends. It was held at the community centre. The Trade Fair Authority organised it. There was a large crowd. Many states of India and other countries had set up their pavilions. Varieties of articles were displayed. There was a pavilion of electronic goods. There was another pavilion of toys where there was a large gathering of children having fun and enjoying the electronics games. People were enjoying joyrides on a mini train. There was a great rush at the stalls selling eatables. We had great fun and spent happy time. Two friends in a jungle. John and Peter were two friends studying in class 4 in DPS, Shalimar Bagh. Peter was living with his grandmother and grandfather. He belonged to district Kangra in Himachal Pradesh. Peter used to go often to the nearby forest. He he invited his friend John to spend the summer vacations in his village, Kangra. Both of them were enjoying and having great fun. One day, both of them went out to the forest in search of strawberries. They saw a wild bear moving towards them. John was innocent and taken aback. He started trembling and started crying. Peter told John to lie down and hold his breath for some time. The bear came closer and smelled both of them from top to bottom. Thinking that they were not alive, the bear walked through the dense bushes and disappeared into the forest. When the bear had left, John heaved a sigh of relief. Peter consoled him. They then ran towards the village and stopped only when they had reached the well of the village. The women present near the well gave them water and brought them home. John still remembers that adventurous day and narrates his experience to his friends. A wise king. Once upon a time there lived a great and wise King Alexander. We will narrate here 2 stories about his wisdom. One day, the soldiers brought 2 women and a baby to the court. The women were sisters, Mickey and Jenny. Both of them were claiming the baby was their son. They were requesting the king for justice. It was a great riddle to solve and give the baby the real mother. The king asked both of them as to who was the baby's mother. Both of them claimed to be the baby's mother. Everyone in the court was not able to decide the case, as there cannot be 2 real mothers to one baby. The King Alexander thought for a while and ordered his soldier to bring him a sword. At this, both the women thought as to what the king was going to do with the sword. They had great fear in their minds that he was to cut off their heads. The king again asked Mickey and Jenny, "Whose baby is this?" Each of them said, "It's mine." The king ordered to cut the baby in 2 halves and give 1 half to each woman. Mickey started crying and begged the king, "Don't kill the baby. Give it to Jenny, but let my son live." The King Alexander took a decision immediately and ordered to hand the baby over to Mickey. He also ordered his soldiers to punish Jenny for her lies. Mickey requested the king to forgive her sister Jenny. The king was kind enough to forgive Jenny. He asked Jenny to look after her kind sister and her nephew with love and affection. The courtiers praised the wisdom of the king. Once a farmer appealed to the King Alexander to find the thief who had stolen a bag of corn from his house. The king called all the farmers to his court. All the farmers showed ignorance. The king gave 1 stick of the same length to each farmer and said, "Bring this stick again tomorrow. The stick of the thief will grow an inch in length." The next day all the farmers came to the court. They were looking at each other's sticks. The king ordered the farmer to put the sticks in front of them. He asked his men to measure the length of the sticks. 1 stick was found short by an inch. The king asked this farmer why his stick was short by an inch. The farmer said, "I don't know, sir." But the king declared that this farmer was the thief. He had cut an inch off his stick so that he might not be caught. The courtiers praised the wisdom of the king. The postal system. Mike and John lived in the school hostel. One evening, Mike went to John's room. He was reading a letter written by his father. They started discussing the system of postal service. It was an interesting discussion. The postal stationery, inland letters, postcards, money order forms, postal stamps, and other stationery is available at the post office. There are other counters, like post office savings account, various savings schemes, and speed post service. Mike and John wrote replies on inland letters to their friends. They went to the market and dropped the letters in the letterbox. There were 3 letterboxes. One meant for local delivery, the others meant for national and international delivery. Delivery timings were written on the letterboxes. On inquiry from the postman, it was learned that the postman opened the letterbox thrice a day, once each in the morning, afternoon and evening. The hospital. Mike lives in Paris. There are many big hospitals in Paris. His friend John lives in a village. There is no hospital in his village. John came to see his friend Mike in Paris. Mike accompanied John to see his ailing uncle in a hospital. John was anxious to see a big hospital, as he had not seen one so far. Both of them went around the hospital. Mike took John in the casualty ward. There were doctors and nurses attending the patients. Most of them were accident cases. The receptionist told them that the doctors in this ward attend to all emergency cases. After initial examination, the serious cases are referred to the specialists for indoor treatment. Other patients are discharged after being given first aid. Both the friends entered the main hall called the General OPD, which stands for Outpatient Department. In the OPD, patients are examined and the treatment is given without admitting them in the hospital. After examination, the doctors may refer serious cases for admission in the hospital for treatment. There was a long queue in the OPD for registration of the patients. There are OPDs for medical, dental, ENT, cardiac and surgical treatments. There are specialist doctors in various disciplines. The patients are treated with the latest medical technologies and instruments. Moon. The moon is our nearest star. It is a satellite of our Earth. As compared to the Earth, it is very small. As we look from the Earth, the sun and the moon seem to be of the same size, but they are not. The sun is 400 times away than the moon. The moon looks bigger because it is closer to us. The planet Venus is the nearest planet to our Earth. The planet moves in circles around the sun. The satellite moves in a circle around the planets. The satellites have no light of their own. Hence, the moon shines because the light of the sun falls on it. In the daytime, the sunlight is much brighter than the moon. Therefore, we do not see the moon in the daytime. The time between the day and the night is called the twilight. When the sun rises, it becomes bright because of the sun rays reaching the Earth. The Earth looks beautifully at the moon. There are many craters, high mountains and deep valleys on the moon.